Hello, family, and welcome back to Dominate Your Potential with yours truly, Milton Sithole. This is a show where we help you to break free from the self-defeating thinking and to unleash and dominate your potential. And today we are talking about something very important. Like, I just want to talk to the builders in the house. You're building a family, you're building a business, you are building something, a project, you are onto something big, something powerful, something that will change the lives of many. You're the one that I want to talk to you. And today's title of the episode is Building While Believing. Like, it's all about faith, family, and entrepreneurship. It is actually possible. Is it actually possible to build? Is it actually possible to build a business? Is it actually possible to build family? Is it actually possible to build something significant without compromising your family, for example, or your faith? In this episode, we are going to talk about how to align your values, your faith with your vision, and how to trust God as the real chief executive officer, the real CEO of what you building. And by the end, you will have these three questions to measure your week and a simple framework to build with God, not just for God. Yes, are you with me? So today, I just want to be honest with you. Like, there's this tension. Why this is hard? Like, it's not easy to be an entrepreneur. That's the honest truth. That entrepreneurship, it looks sexy on Instagram. It really looks cool and nice and cool. And on laptops, the laptops are my own boss. But behind the scenes, it can be brutal on family. It can be brutal on your faith. And this is what you want to break down. And actually, there are some studies to back what I'm saying up. Like, studies on entrepreneurs show that almost half struggle to disconnect from work on average around 11 days off at work. And that's without counting national holidays. That means many business owners are on almost all the time. Like, it's a 24/7, 365 work. You understand? That is entrepreneurship. Other research on work-life balance shows that family commitments significantly increase the pressure and conflict entrepreneurs feel between business and home. Many admit that their entrepreneurial responsibilities interfere with family life. That's it. It sounds sexy. It looks sexy on the Instagram, on Facebook, online. Oh boy, Milton is living the life. He's doing well. He is his own boss. But behind the scenes, you don't know the struggle. You don't know the pain. You don't know the sacrifices that one has to endure. On the faith side, Christian business owners report three big tensions: time, ethics, and priorities. Time, juggling roles as an entrepreneur, spouse, parent, and church member, that's not easy. Like, when it comes to ethics, situations where normal business practice pushes against their values. You have to be a values ambassador. I talk about being a values ambassador in my book. I talk about this thing. Like, as a Christian entrepreneur, as a Christian business owner, you may find yourself in such a predicament whereby you have to choose whether should you compromise, because there is a deal that has to be met, there is a deal that has to be finalized, but it may require you to lose something like your values, to compromise on your values. And I give an example of some entrepreneurs who stood strong, stood firm, and walked out on deals and said, if it was meant for me, it will never be taken away from me. I do not have to compromise on my values. So get yourself a copy of the book, Dominate Your Potential, break free from self-defeating thinking, and read more about these values over opportunities, and I promise you, it will change your life. And when it comes to priorities, the constant pull to put work over church, over marriage and children, this is the backup, this is the struggle, this is the reality of many entrepreneurs. So, if you've ever thought, I'm trying to build something, but I feel like I'm failing at home or drifting from God, you are not crazy. You're not crazy, bro. You're not crazy. You're not crazy at all. You are just in the tension every faith-driven entrepreneur faces. You're not alone. So, today, I want to share a way of building that doesn't ignore the tension, but it orders it. God first, family next, business as an assignment. The priorities need to be in alignment here. God first, family next, business as assignment. Yes, so for myself, I remember a season whereby I was just saying yes to everything, but trying to make the business work. I was just saying everything. One evening I was on the laptop, deep in, just one more email made. My family needed me though, but I was mentally in the matrix. Later that night, God challenged me with a simple question. If this business succeeds but your family resents you and your faith is dry, is that success? Is it all worth it? I realized I was acting like I was the CEO and God and my family were just shareholders getting the leftovers. That night I started to pray differently. Lord, this business is yours. Show me how to build it without sacrificing the very people and the very faith that matter most. From that point, I began to see 3 pillars: faith, family, and entrepreneurs, in that order. And I'm speaking from my own perspective, from my own lived experiences and my testimony, as it were. And there is a scripture, you see, like you have to let God be the CEO. Genesis 2:15 says, it shows us that God put man in the garden to work it and take care of it. Work is God's idea. Yes, not a curse. Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do, I love this scripture. Whatsoever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters. That means your business is one way you worship. Oh my goodness. Yes. So business is one way of you to worship because you're working at it with all your heart as unto the Lord and not to be seen of man. And Proverbs 3:5-6 says, it calls us to trust in the Lord with all our hearts. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. That all your ways includes business strategy, business deals, and daily decisions. Here is a big idea for you. Just a big idea. It's God is not just your Sunday focus or Saturday focus or whatever. He is the CEO. You are the steward, not the owner. You need to be mindful of the fact of this reality that you are a steward. You are not the owner. God is the CEO. You are the steward. Yes. So here are some practical ways to let God be CEO. Let Him have His way. Let Him have His place. First things first, you need to have a board meeting with God. Start your week with a board meeting. Open your diary and pray through your key projects, your clients and decisions. Ask, Lord, what do you want to prioritize this week? What needs to be paused or dropped? You need to be led. For as many as are led of the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. Absolutely. They that be led are the sons of God. And number 2, values before opportunities. Here is the chapter again. Values over opportunities. Remember my book, Values Over Opportunities. I speak about this on the book, Dominate Your Potential. So you decide non-negotiables up front. Yes, no dishonest deals, no partnership that violate your ethics, no products that exploit. Proverbs 11:1 says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight. God cares how you make money. Don't get it twisted. God cares how you make money. And number 3 is faith and works together. James 2, it shows that faith without works is dead, right? Prayer must lead to action, and action must be rooted in faith. So you pray and you pitch, you fast and you follow up. Now, question. If God audited your calendar and bank statement right now, would he be recognized as CEO or just as a consultant you occasionally call? Just ponder about this, and research on entrepreneurs' work-life balance. It shows that nearly half say their business responsibility interfere with family life. About 38% agree that family commitments make balance harder, which means many feel pulled apart between home and work. For many Christian business owners, the temptation is to justify it with, I'm doing this for my family, while the family rarely sees them. There's that thing that is, I'm doing it for you, but the family is suffering. You are raising orphanage instead of raising your children. You are not building a business, you're building an orphanage. That's what it is. Ephesians 5:6 says, it places huge emphasis on loving your spouse sacrificially and bringing up children in the training and instruction of the Lord. Your first ministry is at home. Like this English phrase that says charity begins at home. 1 Timothy 3 links leadership in the church to how a man manages his household. God cares about alignment between public leadership and private life. So this is me, Dominate Your Potential, your host Milton. I want to share practical tools for you to protect your family. This is important. I am a family man myself, and I've had to battle with some of these things. Now, number one, you have to design your business around your family rhythm. One of the things that I've started doing with my family, like I noticed like there was this thing. So it's important that you have a meeting with the family, call a meeting, a family meeting, have a discussion, pray together, share your vision for the family, share the values. What do you want for your family? Like the culture of the family, the vision, like the goals, for your family. Pray together as a family. You have to design your business around your family rhythm, Instead of asking, how can my family fit around my business? Ask, how can my business fit around my family's God-given priorities? Example, lock in family nights. You have to lock in family nights. Church, key kids activities first, then schedule client work around them, not the other way around. Like I always, like when I'm doing meetings, like I notice that I will put some meetings and I don't attend some meetings because of my children and everything, but I have to work around my kids, not the other way around. They come first. They are a priority. And you have to set time blocks and no phone zones. Create specific blocks, deep work, client calls, admin, and equally specific family blocks. You have to make it at least one daily. Make at least one daily no phone zone, e.g. dinner table, bedtime, so your family gets your face, not just your forehead. Yes, not just your forehead. They need the whole face, not just part of your face. And honest conversations at home. You need to have those honest conversations. Like regularly ask your spouse on a scale of 1 to 10, how soon or how seen and supposed do you feel with the way I'm working right now? And invite feedback. Don't defend, adjust accordingly, because they want what is best for you. After all, they are your spouse if you married right. Yes. So just a short-term suggestion for you, be careful when it comes to the phone, and family time. you have to have this conviction. Like it takes discipline and dictionary and discipline, and you need to be grounded, as it were, to sacrifice and make sure that you put the family first. Like if your child, for example, described what daddy values most based on your time and attention, what will they say? Like based on what you do, what will your child say? If your child described what mommy values most based on your time and attention, what would they say? So you have to build a business model that supports your life. That's entrepreneurship. And the trap is many entrepreneurs create businesses that owns them. Wrong pricing, wrong structure, saying yes to everything, running on hustle, not strategy. Some Christian business owners fall into overwork because they believe if I don't say yes, God won't provide. Busy equals faithful. That's the belief. But true provision and faithfulness includes rest, boundaries, and wisdom. The Bible has all the answers that we need. If you look at Proverbs 14:23, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. So yes, there is a grind, but God also commanded Sabbath, a rhythm of work and rest, as a sign of trust. Overwork can be unbelief dressed up as hustle. You just need to escape the grind. You have to escape the grind. And just some practical business design ideas, especially for you leaders, coaches, speakers, just like yourself. You have to optimize your model, increase price to reflect value, so you need fewer clients to hit your income goals. Use group programs and events so you are not trading every transformation for 1-to-1 hours only. You have to set capacity caps. Decide how many 1-to-1 clients, talks, or projects you can handle without burning family faith. If there's 5 clients, own that. Let the cap push you towards smarter offers, more, not more frantic hustle. And you need to automate and delegate. Use tools, e.g. scheduling, templates, online payments to reduce admin. As you grow, outsource tasks that don't require your anointing, bookkeeping, basic design, etc. And like now, where you are, ask yourself, does my current business model support the life God is calling me to, or it sabotages it? You have to take some time to reflect. Like, I'm just going to give you like these 3 weekly questions to stay aligned. And the number 1 question is on faith. As we live for these episodes, the first question is on faith. Like, did I make space to meet with God as the CEO this week, or did I just send him reports at the end? And number 2 is on family. Like, you ask yourself, does my spouse and children feel more seen and supported this week or less? And 3 is on business. Did my actions match my values in pricing, in clients, and priorities? Or did I hustle out of fear? Now, I ask you to journal those on a Sunday night or Monday morning, whatever works for you. And let me say this clearly. You do not have to choose between building something meaningful and loving your family and God well, but you do have to be intentional. Yes, you have to be intentional. God designed you to work. Genesis shows he put man in the garden to work it and take care of it as a steward. Colossians says, whatever you do, do it with all your heart. Yes, your heart is needed in everything that you do. You have to be passionate. We have to commit. A story, an allegory is given of a bacon and egg that in the bacon and egg breakfast, there was a chicken and there was a pig. One was involved, one was committed. You see, the chicken was involved as it made a contribution of the egg. However, the pig was committed. The pig gave it its all as it had to die, for the belief of the bacon and egg breakfast. He had to give his all. So you just have to commit and give your all with wholehearted devotion. And when you let God be CEO, protect the home front and build a model that supports your life, you become the kind of entrepreneur who builds while believing. Someone whose children don't just inherit money or a brand, but a legacy of faith. Yes, that is it. Now, if this episode spoke to you and you're a man, you're a father, a leader trying to balance all of this real life, I want to invite you to Fatherhood Mindset Night. It's a Dominate Your Potential live event that's happening in March 2026 on the 26th in Hazelmere. The venue is to be announced. We'll be digging into the lies that quietly sabotage your fatherhood and leadership, and how to align your mindset with the call God has put on your life. You check the link in the show notes for details and tickets. And if you want coaching or support on building your business without burning out your family or your faith, reach out to me, and the link is on the description, and I would love to walk with you. Until next time, keep building, keep believing, and remember, your potential is not just about what you build, but who you are building, who you're becoming while you build it. See you next time.